ia pea lea tua o mwhai e ona tato whātasi mai nei tū rao tae au. Moli lima whaatalofa i le pa ia, ma le malu o loo mai moha mai i tato atunu. Moli fo lima whaatalofa i e o loo potu mai nei i tonu o le maota ngase ngase. Ma loo lava soifua maua ma langi mai o toa fionga. Io nei tū rao tae au, loo whailoa tu fo i e tato atunu. Nisi fo i polo kalame, po a fo i suinga lo whai i tato maota ngase nei, pe o le sila fia le atunu i whasalaunga ua vatu i teimi ua mawae, o le a tapu nia i le tato pātana i le i tu tai, o le tato whanmai, o lo iai lava ia nei fuafuanga, a wā le fsosoangi na o tato tangata, ma le whawea e fo i o tangata i tato whanmai, ai o nei teimi, lo fai loa pea i tato atunu a wai nisi fo ia suinga lo fai. Talofa lava American Samoa. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank God for the opportunity as well as the strength. We welcome you to this viewing press conference. We also thank you so much for your time, patience, and your support. At this time, we have been sending out our notices to the public that there will be some major changes coming to our hospital, specifically the closure of our back parking lot. Our back parking lot is the one that is adjacent to the pediatric wards next to the morgue. There are going to be other changes that are happening, and we wanted to make sure that we give the time to the public to address any concerns. At this time, we are going to be discussing the reasons for the closure, as well as what options we have available for parking as well as for visitations. We will then open up the floor for any of those that may be viewing online, for any questions or any of those that are in the room. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Rudy Bartley. He is our Chief of Engineering, to explain some of the changes as well as answer some of the concerns that have already been raised.
Lava Sunga CEO, Fatalofa Tfoila Tunu. Greetings, American Samoa. As the CEO touched on, we are here to share with the public what's happening here at LBJ, our tropical hospital, our one and only hospital here on island. So yes, we are in the plans of closing our main parking lot, the parking lot that faces the ocean side. The primary reason, let me talk about the reason first, and then I'll cover how are we accommodating our population while we close a parking lot. The reason being, as for most that been traveling here and have seen it, there are multiple construction projects that are here on campus. From that perspective, it is I would believe, the most construction that has occurred here in any given time, other than when it was originally built back in the 1960s. So we do have 20 infrastructure improvement building our new ER ICU, which is a 3-story building that will be right here in the front part of the campus, as you may see when you come over here. The other is our central plant, which is in the back part of our campus. So those two main projects is going to require major equipment and materials, and to be most effective, given our schedule to have these things completed by next year, we need all of these things nearby and the construction site, and therefore those equipment and materials are going to be located here at our parking lot. And so the parking lot, it will be closed effective the close of business day, 4 p.m. here on this Friday, October the 24th. So starting Saturday the 25th. So that parking lot there is for our employees, our patients, and all visitors that come to the hospital will be parked there at the Whangalu Park. The operational hours for that is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Daily. And we do have shuttles that will be shuttling our folks back and forth between the hospital and the parking lot. So again, that is the plan for for the parking here, and I provided the reasoning why are we doing these things is primarily for the improvement of our hospital that's far needed at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Fale, our safety officer, to talk a little bit more about these things, and then we'll answer questions going forward. Thank you very much. Whaftai
Tu America Samoa le nei foi tu la le aso whaftai foi le whionga CEO ia whapea foi le Chief of Engineer ia le sunga ia pali ia foi le whamtalanga tomua i le tātou polokalama ia mesi foi le ngana whaperitania ia o le tauwhainga lo nei vai ia watu ai se suinga i le ngana Samoa ia ua foi tāpenanga al whalmai mo le silafia le malu le atunu ia o lea ua iai fuafuanga le whalmai. O lea tāpunia le pakanga o lo i le itu i tai. Ia po le pakanga le lumatonu lava o le whalesa le whalmai. Ona oni tūlanga i le whaaleleia o le tautua a le whalmai. Ia mo le atunu. Numera mua i lea tautua. Ia o le whaaleleinga lea o le ICU. Ia po le nofuanga lea e watuai ia tātou mai ua tingaina. Whapea fo i male ER, ia po le nofuanga lea e mai ia mai whaalawelai whafose i po ni tūlanga fo i mai ue manau mia le tonga fitinga whafose. O tūlanga ia le whaalele inga o ia tūlanga, ia e tolu fonga whale e tatau ona whaia i le pito le iluma i lo tau sila mo lo tau tangtanga i fo i le pito iluma o le whalmai. Ia e manau mia le tūlanga ia ona o mea whainga luenga, masini, whapena fo i ma oloa e whaongaina i lea whausinga ia e tatau ona whaongaina i le pakanga ia na e tu atu iai ma whaongaina ia mawhai e ona whaawhaingo fia le whela ua ina o mea whainga luenga o oloa e whaongaina i lea fo i tau mawhainga ia mo le kampani o lo latu tau mawhai lea tūlanga. O le pakanga i whangaalu ia o lea ua whaatūlanga ina e le whalmai ia ngā lulua i fo i malewanga le paka ia whapena fo i na ia whaawhaingo fie a watu ai fo i se hawa noa mo le mamalu le atu nuu la tau te whaonga ina le paka e whailea ma suinga i le tāpuni ai o le pakanga i tai le whalemai o le a iai fo i ni tāwale lau pasese ia e whaawhaingo fie ai le wheo inga le atu nuu mai le pakanga o lo iai fo i ia sekulati ia polveanga security ia la tau te wawa ia lau tāwale le pakanga ia whapena fo i le whaasinoane le tāwale lau pasese whaingo fia ilo o mai i le whalmai. Ia aia fo i la wasiasi, ia po ni tongfitinga fo i e manau mia e lo tangata. O le whamoe i le whaalele ina a tili o le whalmai. Ia o le ua umana tā pena le i le sunga le CEO, whapena fo i le vanga le insinia, ia a o tūlanga ia le angai whaamua lava lo saunga le mu Amerika Samoa, ia aua fo i nei manua se tasi, ia pela vea fo i se isi, a o whaia ne ngā duenga, ia malo whaalo lava.
Whatai lava, whionga uwhali. Ka whai i fōinga e saunua a wā i re tūlanga o tato Malta sā. Nisi fo i fufuanga le matanga duenga. I tangata i alo iai i totono o tato atunu e mga o mia ngā o mai e whai i nei tapena penanga a wāla toa inga.
Whaftai atu i lau whionga CEO, o le tūlanga le whaafsingia o tūlanga fo i maliu, o oti ia whamaruru atu le atu nu. O le a whaina fo i le atautua le whalmai, ona o tūlanga i le tāpunia o le pakanga le tai, po lumai fo tonu lava o le whalesa le whalmai. O tuunga le matapenanga le whalmai, whaamua pele saunga le mu e le ngata i tangata mai, o tangata asi mai le whalmai, tausi mai, ia whapea foi ia tangata whainga luenga i le whalmai. Ona o tūlanga ua uma ona whamatala atu se taimi o sola i le whaalelenga o le whalemai, mo le tautua i le atu nuu. Ia lea foi ua iai fuafuanga a le whalemai. O le a whaamotu sia foi lea tautua, i le whaonga ina lea o le se vaenga o le whalemaliu. Ia aia tapenanga masani whaaleanga nuu, whapea foi ia sauninga ai le itu wa atu le sa o tato maliu ia molona ia lalafanga whapea foi e kalesia o le a watu pea le talanoaga a le falamaʻi i aua atu lea i le vaega le business office ia po o le vaega lea totogi ai pili ia o le a faatalanoa atu i aiga ia ma faamalamalama atu foʻi i aiga tulaga o le a faia e avatu foʻi le avanoa i aiga e fai ai lo latou foʻi talanoaga ia pe avatu lava lo latou sa o le umaliu faatea atu i le falamaʻi ia momolisao atu lava i le alalafaga pe momolisao atu foʻi i le ekalesia ia po o le maota foʻi ia e fai ai ia fuafuaga a fai foʻi o lea ia o loo iai foʻi ia tatou faleoti i totonu Amerika Samoa ia me fai foʻi na fetuunaʻi ia fai se talanoaga le aiga ma ia foʻi tulaga i pisinisi tua ia e faapena lava a o le tulaga le ua ai le falamaʻi e na o le taavaleoti lava e sau i le falamaʻi ia ma le tagata e toʻatasi e sau e saini ia pepa e fai ai le fetuu atu o le faamaamulu atu o le maliu po le sa ia o tulaga ia le ua iai ia o le ae avatu pea le faamalulu atu o le falamaʻi i le mamalu o le atunuu ona o le motusia i o lea tautua ia ae a tonu foʻi ia e toe a matalia pe a maheʻa lelei le faaleleiga o le tatou falamaʻi ia mo lea foʻi tautua ma loo faaloalo.
Thank you very much, American Samoa. One of the services that we want to make known to the public that we will be limiting our services is through the morgue. As it stands now, we have to close off the side of the parking lot that also involves the morgue. What this is going to mean to the public is we are currently going to be working with all the families that are involved, as we will no longer be able to offer services within the waiting areas as well as the morgue. We are also limiting the amount of loved ones that will be able to be part of the transport. Right now, we will be working with all of you folks, all of your families that have loved ones that are currently deceased in the hospital, to make sure that the transition period is smooth. Right now, we are only allowing a point of contact to come in and work with our staff to make sure that we can accommodate that. But as right now, we will be issuing some press releases as well as some memos out to the public that that service, the in-service, as well as the family gatherings, we can no longer support, as we are trying to keep in mind the safety as well as the inpatient, outpatient traffic flow. We will have signs that will be designated and set up throughout the hospital for ease of transition. We will also have more infographics coming out to the community, just so that you folks know exactly what the protocols are going to be, how we're going to be delivering services, and working with the community as a whole. We do understand that this may be an inconvenience to many, and we apologize for the inconvenience. However, for the safety of the people of American Samoa, as well as those that are in the hospital, these are necessary for us to expedite making sure that the work that's done at the hospital is done in a safe manner, and also that the services are not interrupted. So we want to thank you so much for your patience. We thank you so much for your understanding, and most of all, we thank you so much for your support. At this time, we are going to allow any questions, whether it be through our live stream or those that may be in the room, specific questions in regards to what the parking closure is going to entail. I just wanted to mention that at this time, we do not have an end date for the parking closure, meaning we do not have a date to when we're going to reopen the parking. As we get started with the construction of these two main buildings, we will then be able to gather enough information to evaluate how long these phases of construction are going to go, and evaluate what type of changes that we have to make while we're building these. So please bear with us. We will be in constant communication with weekly updates to make sure that we're evaluating and making the decisions that is best for the hospital patrons as well as for the community.
A question about the bus routes. Will this parking closure affect the bus routes coming through the hospital?
For the are we talking about the public buses, like the Inga buses? The drop-off zones and the pickup zones for the bus stops will not be affected. They may be changed, meaning the designated areas may be changed, as we're now adding also our routes for the shuttle services. But we are also having the back lot open, which is the primary drop-off location and pickup location for those. The bus stop that's at the front, we are now making arrangements here to make sure that that bus system and that bus route is taken care of as well. And we'll be releasing information based on that as the weeks come.
After yet, ole fo ele faafsili ya ole faafsili pe a faina tūlanga I pasitua ya po pasia la pasese tua tu pisinisi taitasi ya I le ngaluenga o lo faia nei le falma ya ole tali ya e la titi lava le a faina o le tūlanga ona ole pakanga le pe a tapunia ai o lo avanoa pele awale tele le awala le faunga I a feia I le falmai ya olo iai fo ile no foanga I mawhai ona taamilo ai le pasi I tua ifo o le falmai ya maanga ia fo I le fale ia po le pasta o I nae mawhai ona tu wai le pasese ia ma lo whaatali fo I nisi pasese o atu ia I tonu le falmai ia e lai titi lava le a whaina il tali atu le whaafisili.
How long do you have to wait for the shuttle? If you park your car at the park and you want to come in, how much time should you allow for you to get from the parking lot to the hospital?
Thank you. That's a great question. So we have two shuttles that will be designated at either site, one on the hospital site in the demarcated pickup and drop-off zone. We also are going to have one in Whanga'alu. As for the ride back and forth, for those that are stationed at either, we're estimating 5 to 10 minutes wait time at either location. We will have designated employees at both locations that are in constant communication for those that are waiting, as well as those that need a ride. One of the services that we are trying to expand is the usage of the pharmacy services in Tafuna, so that the traffic, one of those services, as in pharmacy, is one that we can start to eliminate the traffic. If you are coming to the hospital specifically just for pharmaceuticals or pharmacy pickups, we are exploring expedited options for you to make sure that not only do you have to have long wait times, but also that you're taken care of without disrupting some of the traffic. So we will be issuing more on that, but as far as the actual wait time, we're estimating 5 to 10 minutes.
Whaftai atu le wei foi le si whaafisili o le pewhia po le ale umi foi o le whaatalitali ia pa a whai e whaongale pa tanga I Whanga'alu ia e whearua iai le vāo le paka ia whapea foi ma le whalemai ia o le tali I le whaafisili pea I le 5 I le 10 minute e te whaatalitali e fuai o loo iai ia ta vale lau pasese ia e mawhai ona whaavea iai ia e alu ese mai paka I Whanga'alu tau nuu le whalmai ia whapena foi ona toi foi ia tu le paka I Whanga'alu whawhaingo fia e whialua inga o le tātou atunu ai mole silofia foi le atunu o lo matala pele pakanga I le tu iuta whapele le tu o ngā totono o le whalmai ia ai e limiti lava pe la iti foi nei pakanga o lo iai ia utangia foi le tātou atunu o lo tau mwhai foi le whalmai nis foi o tau tua ia tau whaatope ia ina ia waine I pisi tele pe to tele fo inisi e olo ia tono le falma ia ai tau whaavanoa pea ia tūlanga ia awale atunu ia o le tali atuna le fasili pe 5 I le 10 minute.
Very good question, but it also reminds me of we're talking about primarily the wait time. And we're talking about the drop-off and the pickup at the Whanga'alu Park side. But I think what we also need to clarify is the drop-off and pickup on this side. So the shuttles, the turnaround point or the drop-off, it will be right here. We are renovating that part of the parking lot so that the shuttles and vehicles that come through there can turn around. So it'll be back here near where the chapel is located. I think a lot of our community are familiar with the ATM machine that's back there. So that is the drop-off and the pickup area. And also, I just want to share the primary vehicles that was intended for to enter those areas back and forth due to the limitation of space, due to the construction that's ongoing back there, are the shuttles, first of all. We also are the hearse that we explained, the hearse services that will come back there, the dial-a-ride type vehicles, and then the EMS. So those are the primary 4 type vehicles that the area is planned for. But yes, the drop-off will be back there where the chapel and the ATM machine is located.
And for those that routinely drop off family members for care, we are not limiting that. The ability for you to drop off your family member is still ongoing. The only thing we're limiting is just the parking on site. So you have the option of dropping off your family member and then parking at the Whangaalu Park and waiting with your vehicle, or catching the shuttle back so that you can accompany your loved one. It's the drive-through pickup and drop-off and loading zones at the hospital will remain. It's just that we will be closing the parking lot and limiting that. Those that are caring for our family members that are inpatient, what that means is those that are in the ward that are caregivers, the pickup and drop-off areas also on the side of those wards will still be open so that they're accessible to the public. You can come in and out of those zones that will be clearly marked. However, parking will be limited to the back lot. So if there is after 6 p.m. needs of parking for those that are caregivers, the back lot parking lot as well as the sideway entrance and exits will all be open for your convenience. And there will be security guards posted at all of those locations, and all the information will be provided within the hospital. If you do have any questions or any concerns, we will be deploying staff out to multiple locations that we are within the hospital as well as at Whangaalu Park. Please do not hesitate to reach out to them.
Ia whaftai le whaopopo atu I tūlanga fo I le pakanga. Ia o le nā ua watu se whaperetania. O lo ngā lulue le whalimai. E whausia se no fuanga e mawhai o na ta milo ai ta vale ia ma tuai fo I nā pāsese. Ia o loo silfia le atu nuu le tūle ia I le masini tupe ia po le ATM ia o ina lewa whaatulanga e whai e le nā fo I wha moe moe a o le nā fo I wha moe moe e le nā o ta vale uma o loo iai fo I ta vale wha pitoa o le ta vale lau pasese al whalimai o le ta vale maliu ia o le ta vale dial-a-ride ia po le vaenga lea e wha o ngā ia lato whewa inga I le matanga luenga o ngā luenga lau tele al malo po le public works ia fa pea fo I male ta vale al EMS ia po le la to Italia tu tu langa I mai fa fo se il tatu at nu o ta vale na fa tanga no atu tu I le tu langa na ia ai o lo ava no pea fo I le ma fai lava e tangata le ainga ona mo moli mai le tangata mai saula ia tu I le fal mai ma fai na al watu paka I fanga alu ia na saula ia le ta vale o lo fe avea I mai pa mol mai oil fal mai o tu langa le nai tauna fai ai ai foi se fesili pe fesilingia foi le tu langa ia mal au mai I le tato fale mai nei ia e mau atu ai se fam talanga ma se tali foi woton ia malo fa alo lava
ia fa tai lava fiona au te roa wa uma ia tato tani tato press conference ia lo e rei moa mai ia lato ava noa 5 city ia lo matala pele ofisa nisi fo ia tūlanga to so tai mai awa ia ni fsili a vea ia lau leo whatau waa whai masui o le komiti whaafoe a pēnā foi male matanga luenga e momoli le anganga whaftai la fionga kovana sili wha pēnā foi male kovana lutena awa ia sosoani matapua I mai I nisi fo I o fufuanga o maota ngase ia moli fo I le anganga whaftai whapitoa I le matanga ruenga o tatou paka le fionga Andrew le whaatonu ia whape nā fo I mansoa tau le fionga o le deputy gardening a wā le sosoani mai ia matalinga fo I mai a wā I le fufuanga o le tatou paka le I whanga alu e whaawanoa i e pata ai tato tā vale. Ai mai se lava le molinga o le whaftai i le atunu. Ma no lava non sai. Ai whaftai te le lava wā i le tapua inga fo i nei tamwhainga. At this time, those that may not have got their questions in, please feel free to continue to message as well as post on the page, and we will try to address those. But on behalf of the Board of Directors, as well as the administration and staff of the LBJ Tropical Medical Center, I want to thank you all very much. Special thanks to the Honorable Governor, as well as the Honorable Lieutenant Governor for their support, their direction, as well as the Governor's Office in guiding us through the media campaigns, but also with our messaging. We also would like to especially thank Director Balsasa from Parks and Recreations, as well as Deputy Gardenet, for accommodating us and allowing us to use the field at the Whangaalu Park. Most of all, we would like to thank you, the people of American Samoa, for bearing with us, for having patience, for supporting and participating in all the ongoing projects. And we look forward to continuing to provide better healthcare services to the people of American Samoa.